Listen, when wealth gets close enough, it doesn't always show up as money first, okay? Sometimes your ordinary life starts acting so strangely, and the closer you get to the money, the harder these moments become to ignore, okay? Now, some of the things that happens, the closer you get to this financial blessing, the closer you get to this money, you unexpectedly end up around serious money, okay? And what I mean when I say this, a wealthy neighborhood or an expensive environment. And when you go to these places, you're like, wait a minute, it feels like you belong there. It feels like you're almost getting a preview of where you're about to be when you see these big houses and just an expensive environment. Or you end up around people operating financially on a whole nother level. I mean, you'll end up around millionaires, very successful people, okay? Now, another thing that will happen, the closer you get to this money, okay, something you couldn't afford before suddenly becomes accessible to you. It could be something like a price that unexpectedly drops, or you're offered an unusual arrangement, or someone gives you access without you asking. Okay, I'm telling you, when something is meant for you, the universe will give it to you. You really don't even have to have anything to get it, okay? When it's meant for you, it will happen. Now, another thing that will happen, the closer you get to this financial breakthrough, okay? People start speaking about your future like it's inevitable. They'll say things like, when you make it, or when you make it, don't forget about me, or you're going to be successful, so when you make it, don't forget about me. It's almost like they can see the wealthy version of you when they start speaking like this, okay? Now, the closer you get to this financial breakthrough, you witness somebody receive exactly the kind of financial breakthrough that you have been imagining, okay? This can be a major business win, a lottery win. It could be unexpected money. It could be a life-changing opportunity. All of a sudden, the universe will start mirroring other people in your life that are also just winning, okay? I'm talking about if you desire to win the lottery, all of a sudden, lottery winners will get mirrored into your life, okay? If you want a successful business, all of a sudden you'll start seeing people become successful in their business around you, okay? The universe is only giving you a preview of what's about to happen in your life, okay? Now, the closer you get to this money, this will happen, okay? You keep arriving at financially meaningful moments by accident, okay? It's like you'll walk into a room and someone discusses an opportunity as you walk into that room, or you catch information that you weren't even expecting when you go somewhere, okay? Or you show up at the exact right moment and all of a sudden the opportunity just lands in your lap. A blessing just happens for you, okay? Now, the closer you get to this financial breakthrough, a small amount of money arrives in an unusually perfect time, okay? And what I mean when I say that, right before an expense, right before you need something, like something needs to be repaired or something needs to be fixed or something like that. Or it will come from somewhere you had forgotten all about. It can be someone paying you back. It could be an unexpected refund or something like that, or an old account that you forgot all about, okay? Now, the closer you get to the money, your relationship with expensive things becomes strangely neutral, okay? It's like you stop being intimidated by luxury. You're not intimidated by wealthy people anymore. And you don't automatically assume, I can't afford that. And another thing that will happen, it's like wealth stops feeling like another world. It feels like it's accessible to you. It feels like it's about to happen in your life, okay? Like it's very, very possible, all right? Now, the closer you get to this big financial blessing, the closer you get to the money, someone unexpectedly asks you what you would do with a large amount of money. Is this going on with you? They'll ask you something like, what would you do if you won millions, if you won the mega millions, if you won the Powerball or the lotto or something like that? Or they'll ask you, would you still work? Or they'll ask you, who would you help first? Would you look out for your family members? Would you look out for your friends? It's like they start asking these odd questions because they can already sense that something is about to happen in your life, okay? Now, the closer you get to this money, you accidentally get treated like a VIP, like a very important person when you go places, okay? It could be like an unexpected upgrade. It could be special access when you go somewhere, or someone gives you just great treatment when you go somewhere, that VIP treatment, okay? I'm telling you, pay attention to that, because it's like you're getting a preview of what's going to happen when you finally become this multimillionaire, okay? Now, the closer you get to this big money, all right, you encounter the same unusual wealth related subjects several times, all right? And what I mean when I say that, the same type of investment keeps coming into your life, okay? Or the same business opportunity keeps reaching you, or the same financial strategy. You keep hearing about this in different places, okay? Now, right as soon as the big money is about to arrive, you discover money attached to something you thought was worthless, okay? And what I mean when I say that, an old item that you have, all of a sudden it has value, or something unused can be sold that you have for a nice amount of money, okay? Or for a forgotten asset becomes very, very useful, okay? Something that you forgot all about, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this is worth a lot, or this investment that I made, man, it's about to pay off, okay? Something like that. Pay attention, okay? Now, the closer the big money gets, these are the kind of things that will happen, okay? Your conversation begins drifting towards ownership. I need you to pay attention to this, okay? Because you're becoming a different version of yourself. Your conversation is drifting towards property, is drifting towards businesses, is drifting towards creating income instead of only earning wages or working for somebody. You're talking about multiple streams of income. You're talking about abundance. You're talking about wealth all the time, okay? Now, the closer you get to the big money, someone you barely know tells you that you should be doing something bigger with your life. You should be doing something big. You know, man, you're all this, you're all that. It's like they recognize your talent. They question why you're still playing it small, or it's like their words hit different when they say these things. You're like, wait a minute, why did they just say that to me? Why are they talking about wealth around me? Okay, look at that. It's starting to rain out here. I love this rain. I love when it's drizzling like this. I just love this feeling. I love just this right now, okay? Now let's talk about some more things that will happen right before the big money arrives, okay? You suddenly recognize how expensive your time really is. And this is like waiting. It bothers you more right now. Wasted hours, it becomes noticeable to you, and you become protective over your schedule. You're not letting anybody throw you off your schedule right now. If you say you are about to do something, if you say you're about to get something done, you treat that time very, very valuable. Okay, you're doing this right now. Okay, now let's talk about something else that happens the closer you get to the big money, the closer you get to the financial blessing. Okay, you start catching money before it disappears. And what I mean when I say this, you notice unnecessary charges that you didn't notice when you were a different version of yourself. And you stop an impulse purchase. It's like something will tell you, wait a minute, stop, don't buy that right now. And you're listening to that voice, you're listening to your intuition right now. Or you find expenses you've ignored. All of a sudden, it's like you're analyzing things, you're looking at all your finances, and you are definitely just not spending impulse right now. You are definitely spending things where it needs to be spent right now, okay? Now, the closer the big money gets, it's like something financially disappointing unexpectedly protects you all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. This can be a purchase, it just falls through. It could be a deal that doesn't happen. It could be later you realize you wouldn't regret it or something like that. You would have regretted it if this would have happened, okay? A lot of the times that's redirection, okay? You are being protected all the time, okay? Now let's talk about something else that happens right before the big financial blessing finally lands in your life, okay? It's like people unexpectedly begin asking what you're working on. All of a sudden, they're very, very curious, okay? They're asking you what you're building. They're asking you what is your next move. They're asking you, you've got something going on, don't you? And a lot of the times, this is going to come from friends. This is going to come from just co-workers. It's going to come from people in your family. It's like people can sense that something's about to happen for you. And a lot of the times, you may not know it, but you sense it too, but you may not feel it. But it just makes your confidence just go on a high level. And your confidence is a high vibration. People can pick up on this, okay? Now, right before the big money arrives, you encounter someone living a life that you once thought was very, very unrealistic, okay? It's like you start to think to yourself, they aren't famous. You start to think to yourself, they aren't superhuman. You start to think to yourself, they're simply just living differently. And you're analyzing this, you're paying attention to this, because now you're like, man, I am about to start moving like that. It's like a lot of the times when you see someone else doing something and they're becoming very, very successful, you kind of want to follow in those footsteps and just do it your own way, right? I know that's going on with you right now. Now let's talk about something else that happens right before the big money arrives. You suddenly stop being impressed by looking rich or anything like that. It's like flashy purchases. It doesn't move you anymore. It doesn't entice you anymore. Debt, it's like it's disguised as success and it becomes obvious to you, right? Just people being in debt. They look very, very rich and all that, but you see all right through that and you're like, man, that they can't, they're really living in debt right now, okay? And you also notice freedom becomes more attractive than just appearances, okay? A lot of the times a billionaire can be standing right next to you without all the flashy jewelry, without driving the fancy cars or anything like that. They just look like a normal human being, okay? And that's how you're like kind of like analyzing things. You're like, man, as soon as that money comes, I'm not even gonna be dressed all flashy and all that like that, because you don't want to be seen. You want to move in silence, right? You don't want to be a target, right? Now, right before the big money arrives, these are the type of things that will happen. You keep encountering situations involving large financial numbers, okay? And what I mean when I say this, property prices, business revenue, jackpot amounts, and it's catching your attention right away because you're like, that is about to be mine. That's about to be my business. That's about to be my opportunity. That is about to be my jackpot. That's how you're feeling, right? I'm telling you, that's because it is. It's like your intuition is telling you and letting you know the life that you're about to live. All you have to do is continue to let the signs guide you. Continue to know that the universe is guiding you towards your desires, okay? Because nothing happens by chance and nothing happens by mistake, all right? Now, right before the big money arrives, these are the kind of things that will happen. You unexpectedly receive something better than what you paid for, okay? It's like this can be a free upgrade. It could be an extra service that you didn't pay for. It could be more value than you expected. See, a lot of the times when you ask the universe for something, and a lot of times you don't have to ask the universe for something, you could just think about something. You could think about, okay, I want this amount of money. All of a sudden, God will bless you with more than what you wanted. Okay, so that's what happens in that kind of situation. Now, right before the big money arrives, someone mentions a financial possibility you secretly considered to yourself. You haven't told anybody about it, okay? They'll say something to you about starting something or buying something or leaving something. It's like they were reading your mind, like they already know what's happening. Because I'm telling you, a lot of the times when something's about to happen in your life, like I said before, people can feel it, they can sense it, and the universe will use people to confirm things to you. You know, they'll have somebody just come into your life and say, you don't even know this person. You're somewhere, all of a sudden this person will say, go for it, it's yours. And you're like, wait a minute, how did they know that? How did they know what I was thinking? Because I'm telling you, that person is a messenger, all right? Now, right before the big money arrives, you begin noticing money opportunities inside ordinary conversations. It's like you're seeing through the words, okay? Somebody describes a problem and you're seeing opportunity. Someone complains about a service and you see money inside that complaint, right? Or you immediately think of a solution every single time somebody complains or you just hear somebody speaking. You just see opportunity in that. You see expansion in that, don't you? Okay? Because your mindset is shifting to expansion. All right. Now, right before the big money arrives, a financial fear that you've carried for years suddenly feels just smaller to you. It just feels like it's nothing anymore. This could be the numbers. It doesn't scare you anymore. Or you see a solution instead of panic right now. There was a time where you used to panic. You don't panic anymore. It's like you're just cool right now, right? Or you realize you've handled worse. You're like, man, I've been through worse than that. You know, so a lot of the times when things enter your life, like just obstacles and things like that, it doesn't scare you anymore, okay? Because you already know that you're going to move past any obstacle because you have become very, very optimistic, okay? You're moving away from being a pessimist, right? I'm telling you, you're thinking about opportunities, you're thinking about expansion all the time. Now, another thing that happens before the big money arrives, someone successful unexpectedly takes you serious all of a sudden. It's like they listen to your idea or they ask your opinion about something or they treat you like an equal, right? Because I'm telling you, that person can see so much potential in you. They can see the wealthy version of you starting to just shine right now, okay? So now they're starting to look at you different. It's like the respect level is changing as you change, okay? The more your inner world changes, the outer world is going to reflect that change, okay? Now, right before the big money arrives, you start noticing how many wealthy people begin with ordinary circumstances. I know you're seeing this right now, right? They started with regular jobs. They started with the small, humble beginnings and just no obvious advantage, right? And you're like, man, I already know if they can do it, I know for a fact that I can do it. If they used to do this, then I know well that I can do that too. That's how you feel right now. You don't feel like it's something that's impossible. You feel like it's very, very possible right now, right? Now, another thing that happens right before the big money arrives, you unexpectedly find yourself discussing millions like it's a real possibility or like it's something that's already in your life, right? And I'm not talking about, you're not joking about it, you're not fantasizing about it, you're actually thinking through what you really want to do. Like you're really coming from the version of yourself that already has it. You're just talking about millions as if it's already in your bank account, like it's already very, very possible for you. But at the same time, you're very, very conscious on who you speak about these ideas or these feelings or these visions to, because you already know that a lot of people, it's like they're not going to understand your vision. And what will they try to do? They'll try to veer you off your path. They'll try to put seeds of doubt into your subconscious mind. So you're moving in silence and you only talk about millions to people who are also manifesting, who are also on that spiritual journey, right? Who also believe that they can manifest millions too, right? Now, right before the big money arrives, right before the millions arrive in your life, you start noticing who changes when money enters the conversation. Okay, I know you're starting to notice this. It's like someone becomes uncomfortable when you mention millions, or if you mention ideas or opportunities, right? Or someone immediately becomes negative and you're starting to notice this. Or someone reveals how they really think about wealth, right? And you can see this. And a lot of the times, just think about this. And I want you to notice this if you haven't noticed this already. When people start talking about wealth or lottery wins in the room, watch how many people look at you. Watch how many eyes go to you. Just observe and look around. People are going to start looking at you when money or millions is mentioned in a room, okay? Now, right before the big money arrives, something that you have always paid for becomes free unexpectedly. It's like you're getting it for the free 99, all right? It's like someone covers it for you, or a credit appears all of a sudden, or a charge, it disappears. A lot of the times, these are the kind of things that happens. These are glitches. These are called money glitches in the matrix, okay? And sometimes you may even get a money glitch at a machine, okay? You may go to a lottery machine and put your money in there. You may put $5 in there. All of a sudden, there's a money glitch for 20. Okay, something like that, okay? Or you'll go somewhere and you're about to buy something and somebody behind you will say, you know what, let me pay for that, okay? And I'm telling you, anytime somebody does that, accept that abundance, because that's the universe sending abundance in your life, all right? Hey, I know you're looking at this place. I wanted to come here because my grandmother used to bring us here all the time when she was alive, and me and my sister, we used to just run through here like it was an amusement park. We were running through here like, oh yeah, just jumping and running through here. So I just like to come back to places and visit places that I've been to when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? It just brings back memories. You know, I definitely miss my grandma. I love my grandma, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to come here and do that video today, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about some more things that will happen right before the big money arrives in your life, okay? It's like you begin seeing financial consequences before making a decision. You're seeing this right now. You're aware of this right now. It's like you're seeing the cost. It will matter to me later, okay? You're starting to notice this doesn't create anything right now. It's not going to benefit me right now. You're starting to say things like, I'd rather put that money somewhere useful, somewhere where it's going to bring me money back, right? It's like you're very conscious on where you're spending your money. You're very conscious on what you're like I said, on what you're spending your money on right now, okay? Now, another thing that will happen right before that big money arrives, it's like a person unexpectedly tells you about money that they almost missed, okay? I'm telling you, it's like they're telling you something like, man, I almost missed that lottery win or something like that. Or they'll tell you that I almost missed this forgotten money, or I almost overlooked an opportunity. Or they'll say, it's like they'll say things like that. It's like something valuable is hidden in plain sight, and you can see it. A lot of the times when there is something for you, it is going to be right in your face. Okay, when someone wants to hide something from you, like this Matrix, when they want to hide something from you, it's going to be hidden in plain sight. Okay, so I'm telling you, a lot of opportunities, a lot of ways that you could become financially free, become a multimillionaire. It's right in your face. All you have to do is look for it. Okay, it is there. All right, now, right before the big money arrives, it's like you get exposed to financial terminology you never even used before. Okay, this can be things like equity, it can be cash flow, it can be assets. All right, it's like, and suddenly you actually want to understand it all of a sudden. All right, you want to understand what equity is about, you want to understand how cash flow works, you want to understand something about assets. Okay, you want to know how to obtain assets in your life, how to own property and things like that. You're very, very curious about this right now. Okay, now, right before the big money arrives, it's like you notice your old financial reactions are starting to disappear. Okay, it's like you have less panic right now, you have less impulses right now, you have more patience right now. Okay, because you're starting to step away from the scarcity mindset, you're starting to get away from that lack mindset, and you are starting to adopt an abundant mindset. The more your mindset changes, the more your reality will start to change. Okay, you will start to see opportunities where you didn't see opportunities before. Okay, now, right before the big money arrives, it's like you experience a coincidence involving money and timing together. Okay, and you're noticing this right now. You notice things like a payment arrives the same day something is due. Okay, or you'll notice a discount appear right when you needed it, or a financial answer arrives during a problem. Okay, and you're noticing this because a lot of the times when something big's about to happen in your life, the universe will start just moving chess pieces around for you, just moving things around you, because things are about to manifest in your life. Okay, now, I just wanted to make this video real quick, okay, because these are some of the things that will happen right before the big money arrives in your life. All you have to do is pay attention and trust me, trust the signs, because the signs are about to happen in your life all the time. They're happening to you right now. You're noticing the signs, you're noticing the synchronicities. You're coming across videos like this that's confirming things to you. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to confirm it to you. Okay, the big money is about to arrive in your life. That's why you're starting to just go through these different experiences that you've never been through before. Okay, because things are about to happen like that, baby, like a snap of a finger. Now, thank you so much for tuning into Millionaire Mindset, where everything happens in divine time, by divine design, but you are the divine design. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video and hype this video up. Until the next video, Millionaire Mindset signing off.